morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Treasure Coast Unitarian Universalist Congregation in Stuart, Florida. Today is Sunday, April 19, 2026. My name is Cindy Summers, and I'm your worship associate today. We are a welcoming congregation. We welcome people of all gender identities, ethnicities, ages, and backgrounds, recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of every person. We are here to celebrate, affirm, and put into action the interconnected living mission of the Unitarian principles that you'll find printed in the back of your order of service. We broadcast live. I don't know where it's right there. We broadcast live and archive our services on YouTube. And to be put on our mailing list or to find out more information about us, please go to our website at tcuuc.org. At this time, please take a moment to silence your cell phones. Okay. Visitors. We welcome anyone who is here for the first time or maybe even the second time to come forward and introduce yourself if you feel comfortable. Oh, you did?
It's streaming. My name is Jerry Enlow. No, it's because it's the streaming. It's because we're broadcasting. My name is Jerry Enlow. I live here in Stuart. I've lived here a long time. I used to work at Broward Community College. I drove for 15 years from Stuart to Fort Lauderdale. And then I drove for Enterprise for 8 years. And finally I decided that's enough.
Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Anybody else? Okay. Please see the printed order of service and newsletter for all events and details. Join us the first and third Tuesdays at Poppleton Creek Park at noon for our brown bag lunch. This park is down the street adjacent to the dog park. Before we have more announcements, I just want to remind everybody we have the post-election support group today after the service. And also we had game day yesterday, and it was really fun, but more people signed up than are showing up. So if there's a problem with the time, please let us know and we can adjust that. Okay. Any other announcements for anybody?
Yes, I have one. I've been asked to announce that Jackie Robbins' orchestra is playing at the Lyric tomorrow night at 7:30. Is that right?
The Treasure Coast Youth Symphony.
Excuse me, but this is my announcement. The Treasure Coast Youth Symphony. Are you the conductor?
I am the principal bass player, because nobody else could lend a downbeat in tune. We don't have a bass player.
So I've been told, not by Jackie, but she would agree that we should support that. I think they're $25 tickets at 7:30 tomorrow.
Adults, it's $25, yes.
Yeah, at the Lyric. So,
7 o'clock.
what?
7 p.m.
Okay. Do you have any other corrections of me to make?
Yes. The following Monday in Tequesta at the Good Shepherd, Church of the Good Shepherd, which is Episcopal, who fight to get the highest spire or whatever. The acoustics there are quite nice, but the orchestra is linear, so it's strange.
Thank you, Jackie. You all know about the word for tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
All right. We provide tickets at Tequesta for you.
Any other announcements? We will have coffee and cookies in our social hall after the service. And a big thanks for those who helped in the service today: Jackie Robbins, cello; Judy Behoris, piano; John Morn, guitar; and TCUUC choir for the music. Our greeters were Janet Grote, Pat Tusney, Our ushers are Joanne Leone and Tia. Our tech support is Corina Poloni, and our hospitality, Sherry Louise and Joanne Leone. Our Reverend Bob MacDonald is in the pulpit today. I know he is our Bob, yeah. Okay, here's our prelude. Was beautiful. For the chalice lighting, shining upon the heart with the lightning of this flame, let us shine upon the hearts of all of those who suffer, who yearn, and who crave the joyful noise of community. That's by Sanye Hawk. The opening words. Okay. This, in 1883, a Sephardic Jewish woman of Portuguese descent wrote the following sonnet. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning and her name Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome, her mild eyes command. The air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep, ancient lands, you storied pomp, cries she, with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Send these, the homeless, tempest toast to me. I light my lamp beside the golden door. And it was written by Emma Lazarus, and it's inscribed on a bronze plaque inside the Statue of Liberty's pedestal. And now we're going to sing hymn number 1, which is number 113, Where is Our Church? Where is our holy church? All 5 verses. Okay, affirmation. Let us recite our affirmation, speaking the first verb and singing the second. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Responsive reading is 568, Marge Piercy. We read this pretty often because it seems to make so much sense. 568, connections are made slowly. Connections are made slowly, sometimes they grow underground. You cannot tell always by looking what is happening. More than half a tree is spread out in the soil under your feet. Penetrate quietly as the earthworm that blows no trumpet. Fight persistently as the creeper that brings down the tree. Spread like the squash plant that overruns the garden. Gnaw in the dark and use the sun to make sugar. Weave real connections, create real nodes, build real houses. Live a life you can endure. Make love that is loving. Keep tangling and interweaving and taking more in. A thicket and bramble wilderness to the outside, but to us interconnected with rabbit runs and burrows and lairs. Live as if you like yourself, and it may happen. Reach out, keep reaching out, keep bringing in. This is how we are going to live for a long time, not always. For every gardener knows that after the digging, after the planting, after the long season of tending and growth, the harvest comes. And now our time of joys and sorrows. Let me begin with the ones I want to tell you about, and then we invite you to come to the mic, and hopefully you know that as you share yours, you are heard and supported. We keep in mind, in thought and prayer, Suzanne Ellis, Grand Oaks, Palm City, as she struggles in hospice care to get pain under control. We keep in thought, mind, and prayer Judy Clow. Lou tells me she's feeling stronger, and we're certainly happy and glad to hear that. Roger Head, I'm told, is going to be relocating to assisted living. Does anybody know more about that, where or when? Okay, when we know more, you'll know more. Likewise, Betty O'Brien, we're told, is going to be moving from her home to assisted living in Jupiter. We'll know more about that soon and share it. I'm really happy this morning to see Geraldine with her two sons, Kevin and Christopher. They're going to be... Have you thought of doing a TV series, Geraldine, My Two Sons? They're going to be leading us afterwards with Bill's urn to the vault. We'll share with them a memorial moment or two out there. So right following the postlude, I'll bring it out, they'll come, and whoever wants to can be there with us. Our dear leader, Bill Falk. Now also, last week, David Blizzard came up and with mixed feelings announced his returning to Pennsylvania. Well, it's with mixed feelings I announced that two couples here this morning are going north. I guess I would rather everyone's life go north than south, but anyhow, it's a mixed feeling to see them leave. That's Chuck and Diana and Joanne and Scott. So you know where home is, and you know where this home is, and we trust you'll be back soon. On that thought, is anybody else leaving to continue this thought of mine? Nobody else is going north or south anytime soon. Good to know. Anyone else with a matter of joy or sorrow to share?
I don't know if any of you have seen the band Burnt Biscuit, but they're a very popular Southern rock band. Well, a very dear friend of mine, Mike Burns, who was the bass guitarist for them for years, passed suddenly a couple weeks ago, and there was a memorial for him last night, and he was such a dear. My joy, however, was last Sunday's spring brunch. It was so much fun. we had a plethora of food. Oh my goodness! So everybody got to take food home, and I've confirmed with Tia we will be doing it again next year. So it'll become an annual event.
Thank you, Shari. Scott, are you coming up?
Bob already mentioned that our season here is ending. And it's a joy to go home, but it's hard to leave you all. Each year we're here, our fondness grows deeper, our love for each and every one of you, and the joy that the community creates. For this, we are grateful.
Stay well in your secondary home.
I couldn't go 2 weeks in a row without speaking. I'm Tia. My joy is that we've got somebody returning to the area from the south. Deb arrives this week. She'll be here for 2 weeks, and next Sunday she'll be doing the sermon. So I'm looking forward to that.
Good.
Hi, my name is Allison. I have a showcase for cheerleading.
Good.
Hi, Jackie Buckley. Just to clarify about Roger, I thought maybe Bob knew more than I did. I saw Roger on Friday, and he's at Stewart Rehab on Palm Beach Road here in Stewart. He has no phone. He told me he was going home, but that may have been his wishful thinking. I have not talked to his family, but at last I knew he was still there.
Anyone else?
Hello, I'm Jackie Robbins, and my sorrow is that I have no idea where my wallet is, and my joy is that I'm too busy to even think about it unless I see a police car.
We always move a stone for others that we haven't said out loud, and this is for those we care about, worry about, and love. The meditation is Impassioned Clay by Ralph Helverson in the back of our hymnal. Deep in ourselves resides the religious impulse. Out of the passions of our clay it rises. We have religion when we stop deluding ourselves that we are self-sufficient, self-sustaining, or self-derived. We have religion when we hold some hope beyond the present, some self-respect beyond our failures. We have religion when our hearts are capable of leaping up at beauty, when our nerves are edged by some dream in the heart. We have religion when we have an abiding gratitude for all that we have received. We have religion when we look upon people with all their failings and still find in them good. When we look beyond people to the grandeur in nature and to the purpose in our own hearts. We have religion when we have done all that we can, and then in confidence entrust ourselves to the life that is larger than ourselves. Ralph Helverson. A minute of silence. Spirit of Life, hymn 123. We hum it once and then we sing it once, seated or standing. We hope you experience generosity here. And I tell you every week, we need to experience your generosity. And this morning, we pass our plates, so to speak, twice. Once for the Congregation Church, and the second one for the Audubon of Stewart. So you'll have this coming to you 2 times.
My Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so fair? You may live in this garden if you keep the grasses green, and I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Oh, this earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord. And he walks in his garden in the cool of the day. My Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so pure? You may live in this garden if you keep the waters clean, and I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Oh, this earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord, and he walks in the cool of the day. My Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so free? You may live in this garden if you keep the people free. And I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Oh, this earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord. And he walks in his garden in the cool of the day.
Selfless, selfish, and narcissistic. I've been thinking about these three words lately. I'm not sure why. But I think it's because of matters that have come to the headlines about public figures in the last decade and in the last week. Now hear this. However tempted, we are not going to name names. Except maybe one. No, not that one. There's a circle discussion about noontime led by Cindy, where you can name who has been exemplary and who has been anything but. Here's the one name I have to start with. On Easter 2 weeks ago, I ended it with quoting Pope Leo. Now, if you caught Maureen Dowd in the New York Times op-ed this morning, she says his friends call him Pope Bob because his name was Robert Prevost, I think. Pope Bob. I kind of like the sound of that. I may be quoting him pretty darn often. So this past week, Pope Leo XIV strongly condemned the idolatry of self and money. The idolatry of self and money as a root cause of modern conflict, greed, and inequality. This year, 2026, he challenged this delusion of omnipotence and the idolatry of profit, arguing they foster wars, destroy communities, and replace love with a scandalous desire for domination. These aspects were cited. Idolatry of money. He argues that greed and excessive consumption leave neighbors in misery and turn wealth into a form of slavery. The idolatry of self, self-centering. He condemns the arrogant and selfish behaviors that trample on others, calling for a conversion of hearts toward selfless service. The following is a bit of a digression, but it feeds my theme today and my soul, and you have to get it. I know some of you go to the Times online. I also go to BBC News Online. This is from that. Based on BBC News and BBC Future reports, finding joy involves science-backed, actionable steps focusing on gratitude, social connection, and daily mindfulness rather than chasing happiness directly. Key practices include writing down 3 daily gratitudes, cultivating altruism, enjoying nature, and embracing solitude. Practice gratitude. Every evening, write down 3 specific things that went well or you enjoyed to build a more positive, resilient mindset. Small acts of kindness. Performing small acts of kindness such as making someone coffee or helping a neighbor improves your own happiness. Connect with others. Nurture social connections, even by simply nodding or smiling at strangers. To boost well-being. Find joy in solitude. Embrace being alone to reconnect with yourself, as highlighted in explorations of the joy of solitude. Mindfulness and nature. Spend 5 minutes a day in mindfulness or immerse yourself in nature to boost your mood. Avoid chasing happiness. Research suggests that trying too hard to be happy can make you less happy. Instead, stop worrying about it and let it come naturally. Thank you, BBC. Now, part of the appeal of that to me, I'm sure, was, doesn't sound like the BBC got that from our 7 principles. I mean, it sounds pretty close. All right, my topic. What was my topic? Selfless, selfless. We can all think of people who modeled for us selflessness. Religions, many religions, have been known to encourage selflessness and acts of kindness. An old gospel song was, "Others, Lord, yes, others, let this my motto be. As I have lived for others, so I have lived for thee." But, I don't know any religions that have helped us and encouraged us to love ourselves well. And really, can you love anybody else well if you do not love yourself well? And whatever age we are at, we can still be learning that. Now, many of us, in the matter of selfless, many of us no doubt think of our parents. If it wasn't their character trait innately or from their parents, there were times they put us first. You can say it was their job. You can also just be grateful they knew that when we needed them to know that. Even in our advancing years, we have a range, a spectrum of feelings about our parents. It helps us to think and to know they did the best they knew how. God help us too. Selfish. We've experienced that. Probably more than we know. We at least partly have been that. That Burns line haunts me, I hope in a good way. The gift he gave us to see ourselves as others see us. Who would want that gift? A clue in your answer and my answer. Mutuality and reciprocity, my turn, your turn, are the music of all good relationships. But oh, the pain we experience and inflict until we learn that. And last but not least, narcissistic. No names. In Greek mythology, Narcissus is a hunter from Thespiae in Boeotia, alternatively known as Mimas or modern-day Karaburum, Izmir. I don't see anybody writing this down. Narcissus, known for his beauty, which was noticed by all. According to the best-known version of the story in Ovid's Metamorphoses, Narcissus rejected the advances of all women and men who approached him, instead falling in love with his own reflection in a pool of water. In some versions, he beat his breast purple in agony at being kept apart from this reflected love. And according to Ovid, is that Ovid or Ovid? Does anybody know? Turned into a flower bearing his name. I think that's often called a daffodil. What is it? It's called Narcissus. Boy, you can really be corrected in this place. It's a good thing. I swear, I keep telling myself, it's a good thing. But this is why we get to it. The character of Narcissus is the origin of the term narcissism, a self-centered personality style. This quality in extreme contributes to the definition of narcissistic personality disorder, a psychiatric condition marked by grandiosity, excessive need for attention and admiration, and an impaired ability to empathize. Thank you, Google. Remember, no names. But it has become imaginable that a narcissist could be a public figure and redefine public service, redefine public servant in a way we would not recognize. That thought inspires my next sermon, the dangers of worshiping a person. I don't think they played this on Artemis, Fly Me to the Moon. You probably know this. Enough. But the lines come to mind. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore, I think. Next month, the dangers of worshiping a person. And one that comes to mind, they may let you. Now, we count on public servant, attracting the best in people and attracting the best in us. A president famously said at his inaugural, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country." That was an inspired and inspiring idealism. And I suspect we would get a healthy disagreement right here about how well that speaker lived up to that idealism. But the point was, for a Camelot moment, many of us said and felt pretty deep down, "Amen, let it be so." And we felt that when another speaker of that era said, I have a dream. And we felt it when a sibling of the first said from Aeschylus, I think, some people see things as they are and ask why. I see things that never were and ask, why not? Idealism isn't about what we've achieved, it's more about what we hope we have in us, and we're still trying. Selfless, selfish, narcissistic. We are all a mix. Luther said, we are all saint and sinner. But Catholic and Protestant seem bigger on nailing us as sinner and making the saint part depend on a vote at the end, or something like that. You say it well. The inherent, born with goodness of every person. You don't earn it. You got it at entry. And we can help each other not forget that. And now something I hope we all have in us, peace like a river, 100. I have to say how much this choir has done for us, wouldn't you say? So Scott, is there any way you could leave your voice behind? I guess not. The closing. The closing is by Nancy Wood. Hold on to what is good, even if it is a handful of earth. Hold on to what you believe, even if it is a tree which stands by itself. Hold on to what you must do, even if it's a long way from here. Hold on to my hand, even when I have gone away from you. Nancy Wood.
Oh, this is for Janet and Jerry and Kitty and all those watching, and for all of us here. The only thing constant is change. So if you'd like to sing along, if you know what the heck I'm playing, you're welcome to join me.